My buddy JT's 1994 Jeep Wrangler YJ has been shifting tough, like stiff, now that it's cooler outside. So we're going to try a fluid change, see if it helps. Here I'm just taking a piece of aluminum and bending it, like flashing, because the drain plug on this AX15 transmission is just over the edge of the belly pan or cross member. So it makes a mess if you don't put a little piece of flashing there to direct it into your pan. The plugs on this, both drain and fill, are 15/16 or 24 millimeter, not even sure which one. Either socket seems to work. Get that draining. We'll go over to the other side and pull the fill plug, which is on the driver's side, just behind or below the slave cylinder on the clutch. And that hole is about a little over half an inch. You can fit half-inch OD tubing in there. In this case, it's 3/8 ID tube, and run that up along the firewall into the engine compartment. And I'm going to heat it up a little bit. My heat gun was down at the car wash, so I'm using a torch here. I'm not trying to burn the tubing, just trying to heat it up a little bit so it's more flexible, so that I can shove a funnel down into it. We're going to use that to fill this transmission. I'm going to zip tie that funnel up to the wiring harness because it takes a long time to dump the fluid in because it's going through this little 3/8 ID tubing. And the fluid we're going to use, just make sure you get one that's approved for the AX15 5-speed transmission in the Jeep. Originally it was like 75W90 and there were some other specs in there, but they've since added, and what we're using here is 10W30 full synthetic motor oil. And it's 3.3 quarts. So when you get to about that, I'm going to move my flashing over because the same thing with the fill plug, it's right over the belly pan. When you get to about 3.3, I'm going to go down and pull the tube out, and if it drips, then good. Let it drip till it's done dripping, and then put your plug back in. If it doesn't drip, stick the tube back in, add a little more. So this did free up his transmission. It does shift better now. I got plenty of other Jeep videos. Check out the channel. Check out the playlists. Like and comment below. Get yourself a hat or a t-shirt with the merch link. And you can even buy me a beer with your Google Wallet if this was helpful. Jeep on!